In Mbeere North, a fiercely contested race has come to an end. And at the center of it all,
Wa Muthende, Wa Muthende, Wa Muthende.
One man, Leo Wa Muthende.
If the election was done in August, I would have had a landslide win.
Wacha nione kura ya Wa Muthende jameni. Ni kweli si kweli?
Now, the weight of a divided constituency rests on his shoulders. Who is he beyond the headlines? Today, we look past the politics into the story of a man now tasked with uniting the people. This is Leo Wa Muthende beyond the headlines.
Leo is a man from Mbeere. I was born at a place called Siakago. Siakago is in Dawa ward. Mbeere North has 3 wards. So I was born in Dawa ward. That's where I went to primary school. I went to high school within Embu County, a school called St. Paul's High School. Then I went to the University of Nairobi. So growing up was, I think, like many children my age, because Mbeere is a unique area. It's not really one of these very well-endowed areas, you know, in terms of agriculture, because most parents that time would either be teachers or, you know, nurses, or most would be farming. So we are not lucky to have good lands to till because it's a dry area. So I of course went through many challenges. Yeah, I went through challenges. I actually had to enjoy a bursary to go through high school, and then higher education loans board to go through university. But I went through it all, and I was lucky to get a job while still in campus in my 4th year. So
Okay.
I went into employment in pharmaceutical space. After which I started my own pharmaceutical business, and it's been a hustle since then. I still hustle to date. Yeah, so that's the short story. I have a family, I have a wife. I know it's been said I have no wife, I have no kids. I have a family, 1 wife and 3 children. Yes.
And a lot of Kenyans didn't know you until this by-election, and you got to appear on the news every other day. How did your life change during this political campaign period for you and your family?
I would say, of course, for my family it was too much. For me, I'm okay. I have a very thick skin, by the way. I've seen a lot in life. I've suffered. I've had to go through a lot, so it doesn't really bother me. But for my family, it was hard for them. You know, my son had to come and see what's happening when I'm in the front page, like I've stolen and all that. So for me, it's okay. I mean, when you get into politics, Kenyans end up knowing you, and unfortunately, I didn't build up, you know, slowly to getting where I am. It was like a thrust. It was a sprint. So a lot came in. A lot that Kenyans know about me is untrue. Yeah, but they will know me as time goes. So it's not been easy, especially for my family, but for me it's okay. Because none of that bothers me at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, there has been skepticism about your name and identity.
Yeah.
Just set the record straight.
Yeah, so my name is actually my father's nickname. My father was a happy guy. He used to drink a lot, actually. So he is well known across the wards, you know. Being from Dawa, if you said his name, okay, he died around 8 years back, I think,
Okay.
7 years. So actually, yeah, almost 10 years. So his name was fading. But in 2017, I vied for Governor Embu County. And I mean, that time it was very vibrant. He was still around, so people could relate. Who is this guy? So this is the son of Muthende. So, and this time I decided to use that. So I became Wa Muthende, and this is Wa Muthende. By right, it's a good name, and you've seen it's a lucky name, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is that one thing that you had about yourself during the campaign that actually really bruised you and hurt your family?
It's a lot. I don't think there is anything that hasn't been said about me. You see, there is what you've encountered now, but even before that, there was a lot. But I think the most bruising was which one now? On a scale of 1 to 10, I think I grew a thick skin. You know, I've been told I'm not a Mbeere. I'm a Maasai. Later, I'm a Somali. I've sold drugs in Mombasa. I'm gay. I mean, a lot has been said. So
Okay.
I can't really pick. I've stolen oxygen. So I can't really pick. All of them are hurtful. But I don't pay much attention to that. Yeah.
And before the interview, we were talking about, you know, being on the ground and campaign. And I feel it's also important to take a rest as you continue now planning for your development work with your people.
Yeah.
But are you able now to take a rest and at least say, fine, I need to rest?
Now, you see what happens is when you've gone through what I've gone through, you tend to put a lot of pressure on yourself because people expect a lot. I have one year, I have actually one budget to deliver the promises I made to my people, which is a long list. So I've not really had that chance, but I will. I plan to. Towards Christmas, I think I'll take a rest. Right now, I want to take time to learn parliament, learn standing orders, how to move bills and motions, because I intend to, I have a number of bills I intend to present to the floor of the House. Yeah, so I plan to rest from around 20th maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you briefly mention some of the bills that you plan to?
One is actually on importation, because we keep complaining about unemployment, but our market is flooded with imported items. Most of the countries that have managed to industrialize, you really have to, you know, control imports. That is, if you are importing an item, you should have a time within which you should manufacture it locally. So that's something I'm crafting. I've talked to my lawyers to work around and look at what legal provisions we can use and what gaps there are, so that if it's something like, let's say even juice, you know, if it should be very expensive to import juice when we have local players like, I mean, I don't want to mention names, but we have in Thika, we have juice producers, right? So you either within 3 months, you can actually engage even the local manufacturers, producers, to make your brand. That's how economies grow.
Okay.
Yeah, instead of importing that liquid. The same thing with many items, toothpaste, even medicine, which is my space. There are few medicines we cannot manufacture, which now can get a special pass. But the rest of the items, you are given 3, 4, 5 years, after which you have to manufacture or pay premium. So an imported item becomes out of reach for most people, and you're forced to manufacture locally, creating employment. Otherwise, this problem will never end. Gen Zs will always be in the streets for lack of jobs, yet we promote it ourselves when we go to the counters and the shelves.
Let's talk about the moment when you were sewn in. Quite a powerful and historic moment. I saw the photos.
Yeah.
What did that moment mean to you and your people in Mbeere?
Well, it was really an awesome moment. I mean, the feeling and knowing what my fans and I went through, you know, this campaign. Because you see, my campaign turned from issues to even personalities, and there was a lot, basically, you know, about Mbeere North being the only area in Mount Kenya that had a by-election. So there was a lot of focus on Mbeere North. So it was one of the best moments. And of course, there was all this talk about people going to court to stop my swearing in. So holding that Bible and making that commitment to my people was one of the best moments of my life. It's a dream for me come true for me and most of the people in Mbeere North, because they know me and they trust my capabilities.
And you won the election by a small margin.
Yeah.
Take us back to the moment when you were actually witnessing the counting going on. How was it for you?
I'll take you back to the moment around around noon on the election day, noon to 1, because unlike what people think or hear, if anyone cares to follow through my campaign, we've never had any single incident of violence or any disruption of meetings in my campaigns. I never talked ill or insulted any of my opponents. So we had about a strategy to disrupt the election that was planned by the opposition. And of course, knowing police and, you know, for us, we are prepared to win. They knew we are winning, actually. So at around noon, then we have almost 20, I can't remember the actual number, but a number of polling stations had been taken over by goons, opposition goons. So that was my lowest moment throughout this campaign, because we've worked so hard, the people are with us, and you know, now people can't go to vote. So that was a low. In fact, I was like, you know, these are my strongholds, people are not able to vote. Then now, of course, now police backup arrives. It comes late, so, and you know, by elections, voting closes at 5. So many people didn't vote. So basically from noon up to the time around 11 p.m. when we had a tallying center and we tallied and we realized we had won. It was a very tense moment for me. I was very low, yeah, because that was a win being stolen from me. Yeah, so it was a very low and tense moment. Yeah, but once we realized we'd won, of course, IEBC was doing the tallies, up, down, sometimes but I knew I'd won. By around 10, 11 p.m., I knew I had won. I was just waiting for IEBC to finish the tally. I must mention that by law, agents are allowed to order a recount at polling stations. There is no single polling station in Mbeere North where an agent for opposition ordered a recount. At the tallying center, there was no call for a recount. So all this talk by opposition is just hot air. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And you come in as an MP almost 2 years to the general election.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's enough time to actually make something, like make an impact?
Yes, I would say it's enough time, because you know, government has also been struggling to put the house in order. A lot of projects have not been undertaken because of finances. And now I've come in at a time when government is actually getting more partners and getting more funds. So I believe I can deliver within the short time I have. It's actually maybe 1 year and around, actually it's 1 year, because by this time next year we'll be on the campaign trail again. Yeah.
So within this period of like a year or so, what plans do you have for the people of Mbeere North?
These are the promises I made to my people. One, equitable bursary allocation. That means I'll ensure, because my role is actually oversight. I have to explain that again to the people. People think MPs issue bursaries. My role is to oversight and ensure that every bursary applicant in Mbeere North actually gets bursary. I have promised free day secondary schools, and that is to encourage people to enroll, because like I said, our area it's a dry area, so we rely a lot on education to make it in life.
Okay.
So that is one of my agendas. I also promised to reward excellence in academics. So in primary schools, high schools, we will be giving awards to best performing schools, best performing students, best performing teachers, and also increase the number of households and which have electricity, water. We have a big water problem, and of course roads. I have some 2 key projects. One I'm happy was advertised during the campaigns, which is Gikuyari Kirie Ishiara Road, which had 15 kilometers. I've lobbied for more. There is a road from Kimangaru to BAT. My people know it, a very bad road. That one I've also ensured it's going to be done. Then we have some water projects, including from Kiambere Dam. You know, most dams are in Mbeere. So from Kiambere Dam to Mbeere North, Kiambere in Mbeere South to Mbeere North, so that our people can get water. So there is a lot in place. I have youth and women empowerment programs, which I'm doing through friends. So I'll be able to achieve a lot.
Okay.
Yes.
And Mheshimiwa Muthende, how much does it take to run a successful campaign?
Well, it takes a lot of goodwill. Yeah. So I've told people that you need a big name. Maybe some people need a big action or big money. So I don't know of which comes. For me, my campaign was about agenda. It was not so much about the money, because my opponents never had any agenda. In fact, there is no single clip where my opponent talks about bursaries, or except one clip where he said they said they'll do away with bursaries. So my campaign was about agenda. Yeah, so I hear people spend a lot of money. Well, yeah, so that's why I said some people have succeeded through money. For me, it was more of goodwill and agenda. And of course, God was always leading my campaign. It wasn't easy, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the general elections are quite tough and electrifying. And you've mentioned that you fell the Goliath. Yeah?
Yeah.
What's the plan here, and what's your plan here, and how are you going to tackle these?
First, we want to demystify this Goliath name or guy. One is he has never had an agenda for his people. For us, there is that perception of DCP being the party of choice in Mount Kenya, which we've seen. He actually could not have get a candidate in Mbeere North, because he has not taken time to sell his agenda across the mountain. It was more violence and threats and intimidation. So my plan, and this is the plan of UDA, is to continue pushing the government agenda to the people. Every government project, because there is no project that has been stopped in Mount Kenya because someone is not in government. Our people need to know that. Our people need to ask themselves, what is it that we are lacking because a certain individual is not in government? Because what this person peddles around is that he was, chased away, which is not true. He actually, like I said, was more focused on stealing and intimidating people. So our plan is to do exactly what we did in Mbeere North. There was a lot of provocation to retaliate with insults and even violence, but we stuck to our, our principles. That is, we explained to the people what we intend to do for them. I explained to the people what I plan to do. I mentioned what my predecessor had done and how I'll improve from that point. The opposition was more of weeping emotions around how the president is bad, how he doesn't like people of Mount Kenya. And we have seen it even after the election, because after the election, Mbeere people have been insulted a lot in the media. In fact, there are people who are saying, if you have a Mbeere lady and you are planning to engage them, do not engage them. Mbeere people are bad. So this guy is known for using and dumping people. He has actually forgotten we have 2 by-elections in Mbeere North. He forgot so quick, and he will come again to cry to us. So we want to tell the people, we actually are exposing him and his character. Yeah, because I want to get to a point where the deputy president and the president do not have to focus on this angry man. We'll deal with him.
Okay.
They called me a medicine, and I'll give them a taste of this medicine from Mbeere North. Yes.
And you mentioned your predecessor, and you had so much support from Cabinet Secretary Ruku and the Deputy President Kindiki. Watching this army behind you as you go face your people and your opponent, how did that make you feel?
Well, it felt so good, especially when Goliath came. You know, when Goliath came, I felt like, well, I need backup. One thing is Geoffrey Kiringa Ruku, the CS for Public Service, did a lot for the people. We are a region that is unique in terms of the people having even clan issues. So Geoffrey Ruku did equitable, anything he did, he never selected a region or a people or a family. So that actually really was my biggest support, because people liked him and people believed that he did good for them. So getting his support was a big blessing and a plus. And now when the deputy president came, it turned the tide actually, and I mentioned it because when Goliath came, he changed the politics from issues to emotions. So, and that really destabilized a bit until the deputy president came, and the deputy president focused again on issues. And he asked me what I planned to do for Mbeere people, and he promised to support me in delivering that. So it was really good to have Geoffrey Kiringa Ruku, Governor Cecily Mbarire, and also the Deputy President, Professor Kithure Kindiki, come down to support me.
Okay. And as we wind up, are you aware that you've become a meme now, on a lighter note, on social media?
Yes, I've seen. I don't think I've taken much advantage, but just like it came, it will either sustain, yeah, through good things that, because I am more action oriented. So I've seen that Wa Muthende thing has trended a lot. In fact, today I've been invited somewhere in Eldoret, and I'm on the poster, you know. Among the MPs elect, if you put someone on a poster somewhere, they wouldn't recognize. But if you put Wa Muthende anywhere now in Kenya, even actually it's been trending throughout the world. Yeah, so I can't say how it feels. Yeah, but it's nice. It's nice after all the fight to get my father's name, you know. I wish he was around to see how big his name has become. Yeah.
And as we head towards the holiday seasons, what message do you have for Kenyans?
Well, first I want to encourage Kenyans to think more about Kenya, you know, because the opposition is more about personalities. We are being told to leave government because a certain individual was unable to work with the president, you know. We are seeing the president, and I don't know how the media is now, but at some point we never got good coverage for government. Government is doing a lot. The president is doing a lot. So I want to encourage Kenyans that we hold the government accountable on its promises. Whatever government promised, whatever the president promised, is what we should be challenging, but not that someone I like is not in government, or someone loud, because I don't even think anyone likes that character. He just keeps on threatening people.
Who is this character?
Yeah?
Who is this character that you're
Goliath.
talking about?
The Goliath I failed. I call him the angry man. Yeah, the tribalist.
Why is that?
Yeah?
Why is that?
Because he's always angry. He's always complaining. He's, when we beat him in Mbeere North, he came to a church and started saying this city is, you know, inhabited by mostly a certain community. So that's why I call him an angry man. He's, you know, he never comes down to even listen to the people. You know, he keeps on talking of listening to the ground, and I insist that's where they go wrong, because if you want to dig a borehole, you bring a specialist to listen to the ground and see whether it has water. But for us, we listen to the people, and to the people, I want to wish them happy holidays. Please, this is always the time when you sit down and reflect on your achievements as a person. It cannot be that your failures are all government. I walk around Nairobi, I see skyscrapers being constructed, and I ask myself, why am I broke? That's what you do. You don't start looking at how many people are suffering. Look at how many people are making it. Yeah, because outliers always find a way out. And I want to encourage people, especially the young people, because a lot of time they get it wrong. Like in my constituency, I had the biggest Gen Z following, but they didn't come out to vote. They came out to celebrate, but they didn't even come out to vote. I challenge the Gen Zs to register for voting. Take time to reflect on what you can do for Kenya as a person. Yeah, not just complaining all the time.
Well said.
Yeah.
Really appreciate you for sitting down with us to have this conversation.
Yeah.
Asante sana for your time.
Yeah, thank you for coming to me. Yeah, I'm happy to share, and I wish you the best.
Okay.